Today on the Occult Detective, we're going to talk about Gene Roddenberry's Spectre. So as we continue our journey through Occult Detective October, the booktube event dreamed up by MJ over at Reading This Life, where we read occult detective fiction throughout the month of October. And today we're looking at a failed TV pilot called Spectre from Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek. Now, I had been anticipating the release of this for months. It came out on May 21st, 1977, and I knew this because I received in the mail this flyer. Inside, it gave you, of course, the date that it was going to be airing. It gave you behind the scenes clips, little bios of all the actors involved, and merchandise that you could purchase, like the script, keychains, 8x10 glossies, all that sort of stuff. Roddenberry was famous for doing this with all of his projects. It was through Lincoln Enterprises, and I was on their mailing list, and so I got this stuff all the time, and this really just captured my imagination. You know, I mean, look at that. How could it not? I was 12 years old, for God's sake.
Let her call to him. God! Please,
So the show centers around a criminologist named William Sebastian, who ran afoul of the demon Asmodeus. He and his partner, Ham Hamilton, are called to England to investigate strange goings-on at the Scion estate. There was all these strange sexual perversions, or at least for 1977 TV. Obviously, this business magnate was in a position where he had reached the height of his mortal powers, and his sister was confident that he had made some sort of deal with the devil to ensure that this happened. So what ensued was this really interesting investigation by Sebastian and Ham, and led to a great climax where they battled a demon. And it's just a perfect occult detective tale. And I loved it as a child. I love it as an adult.
I greet thee, Lord Asmodeus.
Thy deepest needs, Sebastian. Only thou and I know them.
You can readily watch it on YouTube in its entirety. And it's really, I mean, it's dated. Don't get me wrong. But it is a lot of fun, and I recommend it highly. I spent some time trying to get the rights to Spectre. I had the idea of continuing William Sebastian's tales. It's just such a great story. I just knew that there was more that needed to be had, and it would have been a great TV series. I can't tell you why it failed, other than the fact it was up against some stiff competition that night.
I reject thee, vile spirit, depart!
I give thee hell.
Now, the other seal. I command thee, flee!
And more's the pity for it. There was a novelization, which is really hard to come by, but it is as terrific as the show. It's even better, to be honest. It was written by Robert Waverka, who wrote probably all kinds of novelizations at that time, stuff like The Sting and such. It's very well written. It is an exceptional occult detective book, and if you can get your hands on this, I recommend it highly. My wife picked this up for me several years ago. I think she had to pay like $40 for this thin little paperback. It was worth every penny. It's a fantastic read. I recommend the show. I recommend the book. It's a very inspiring tale, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of Occult Detective October.